What if I told you you could use a credit card without paying interest while your money keeps working for you in investments? Sounds a little strange, right? Most people think credit cards are dangerous. And to be fair, for many people they are. Used the wrong way, they are one of the fastest ways to destroy your finances. But used the right way, they can become a small financial tool that helps you manage cash flow, protect your investments, and sometimes even earn rewards. And today, Money Monkey is going to explain exactly how that works. No Wall Street nonsense. Just simple jungle finance. Now first, we need to talk about a problem many beginners have. Most people use credit cards backwards. They buy things they cannot afford. They carry balances, and then they pay 18%, 22%, sometimes even 25% interest. That's financial quicksand. The more you move, the deeper you sink. Credit card companies love this because interest is one of the main ways they make money. But smart investors, including one very handsome monkey, use credit cards very differently. They never carry interest. They never spend money they don't already have. Instead, they use something called the grace period. And once you understand this, your entire view of credit cards changes. So let's simplify this. Every credit card has two important dates: the statement date and the payment due date. The statement date is the day your bank closes the monthly billing cycle and calculates what you owe. The due date is when you must pay that balance. Between those two dates, something very interesting happens. Time. Free time. Most credit cards give you roughly 20 to 25 days between the statement date and the due date. And if you buy something right after a new statement cycle begins, you may actually have up to 50 days before the bill must be paid. And here's the key point, my little money monkeys. If you pay the full balance before the due date, you pay zero interest. Zero. Not a banana. Not a peanut. Nothing. That means the bank essentially allowed you to use their money for a short period for free. Now, before anyone gets too excited swinging through the jungle, this only works if you already have the money to pay the bill. If you cannot pay the balance in full, this strategy completely falls apart. Money Monkey does not play games with credit card interest. Interest is for amateurs. Now let's talk about how this can actually be useful. Imagine you run a small side business. Maybe you resell products online. Maybe you buy and sell collectibles. Maybe you have a small online store. You purchase inventory using your credit card. Let's say you buy products worth $3,000. If you buy them right at the beginning of your billing cycle, you may have around 45 to 50 days before the payment is due. During that time, you sell the products. The money comes in, and before the credit card bill arrives, you pay the card in full. No interest. Now again, this is not magic. It is simply cash flow management. Businesses have done this for decades. Large companies constantly manage payment cycles, invoices, and credit lines to keep their money working efficiently. But even normal people can apply a smaller version of this principle. And here is where smart investors think a little differently. Imagine you have $10,000 sitting in a high-yield savings account. Right now, many savings accounts pay around 3 to 4% interest, depending on the market environment. That money is quietly earning interest every single day. Now imagine you suddenly have a large purchase. Maybe a flight. Maybe insurance. Maybe new equipment for work. You could immediately transfer money from savings and pay cash. Or you could pay with your credit card. Then leave your savings invested or earning interest for another 30 to 50 days, and only pay the credit card right before the due date. Does this make you rich? Of course not, but small financial habits compound over time, just like investing. And that brings us to something much more important than credit cards: investing. Because the real goal is not playing tricks with credit cards. The real goal is building wealth. Let's say instead of spending everything you earn, you invest consistently. Maybe $200 every month into a broad stock market, ETF. Historically, the stock market has returned around 8 to 10% per year on average over long periods. Not every year. Some years go down. Some years go up a lot. But over decades, the trend has been growth. Now let's look at simple numbers. If you invest $200 per month, that is $2,400 per year. If that money grows at 8% annually, after 10 years, you could have around $36,000 invested. After 20 years, roughly $118,000. After 30 years, more than $290,000. And that is without increasing your contribution. This is the real power of money. Compound growth. Your money earns returns. Those returns earn more returns. And over time, the snowball becomes very large. Or in jungle language, one banana becomes a banana tree. Then the tree grows more bananas. Then the jungle is full of bananas. Now here is the key lesson Money Monkey wants you to remember. Credit cards are not wealth tools. Investing is the wealth tool. Credit cards are simply a payment tool. Used wisely, they can help manage cash flow, build credit history, and sometimes earn rewards. Used poorly, they destroy financial stability. So if you want to use credit cards like a smart investor, follow 3 simple rules. Rule number 1. Never carry a balance. Ever. If you cannot pay the bill in full, do not make the purchase. Rule number 2. Track your statement date and your due date. Understanding this cycle prevents mistakes and late payments. Rule number 3. Always keep the cash ready. Money Monkey never spends money that does not already exist. The credit card is just the temporary bridge, not the actual funding. And one more small benefit worth mentioning. Responsible credit card use can help build a stronger credit profile. When lenders see a long history of on-time payments and low balances, it signals reliability. Over time, this can improve your credit score, which may help you qualify for better loan terms in the future. But again, this is a side benefit, not the main goal. The main goal is always the same. Spend less than you earn. Invest consistently. Let time do the heavy lifting. Because the truth is, wealth rarely comes from clever tricks. It comes from boring consistency, monthly investing, long time horizons, patience. Even a monkey understands that. Plant the tree, water the tree, wait, eventually bananas. So if you take one lesson from today's Jungle Finance class, let it be this. Credit cards are tools. Investing is the engine. Use the tool carefully, but build the engine. Because the people who build wealth are not the ones chasing shortcuts. They are the ones who stay consistent for decades. And if a monkey sitting in the jungle with a laptop can understand that, you can too. All right, my little money monkeys. If you learned something today, hit the like button so the algorithm sends this video to more future investors. Subscribe if you want more simple investing lessons. And remember, the sooner you start investing, the more time your money has to multiply. This is Money Monkey. Now, if you excuse me, I have an ETF to buy and a banana to eat. Monkey money bag.